Welcome back to the workbench, everyone. This is going to be my first video back at the workbench for the new year. Really happy to be back, really excited to get back to filming again. I've actually been filming outside of the workshop this year already, but of course it's going to be nice to be back at the workbench and doing content like this again. Which, that being said, today I'm going to be doing a Diecast unboxing review, which, as voted for by you guys, today we'll be looking at this 2010 Chevy Camaro RS SS by Auto World. If you've followed my channel for a number of years, you know that I really like these Auto World Diecast replicas. I think they're well built, they look great, and there's just so much variety. But anyways, let's get into this. As is always the case, I'll give you guys a quick look at the box. You can see we've got the artwork of the car up top here. It says Special Edition, Premium Facts here. This car is in the Rally Yellow. You can see how it's presented in the packaging. Again, looks really nice. Going around to the back of the box, there's some information here, typical for Auto World Diecast. You can pause the video if you want to read any of that. I am kind of curious because I'm seeing about Collect All 3 in 2024 Release 7. If this car is from a 2024 release, why was it still on the pegs in January of 2026? I am seeing a copyright date of 2024 there as well. But, yeah, I think with all that said, I'll go ahead and get this out and we'll take a look at it now. So with the car out of the packaging, I've noticed some other details with this that I'm really excited about. And what really drew me to this in the first place was because of how similar it looked to the character Bumblebee from the 2007 Transformers movie. However, in that movie, Bumblebee was based off of the 2007 Camaro as opposed to the 2010 for what should be obvious reasons. But with this replica, it's exactly what we've come to expect from Auto World. It's got the die-cast body, die-cast base, rubber tires, and it's just overall nicely detailed as well. Which we'll start at the front here, and you can see we've got some really nice looking line work on the hood. Also got the emblems around the grille, including the separately fitted headlights. We've also got the chrome rims and rubber tires. On the side here, I believe that says Camaro either RS or SS. It's kind of hard to tell at that small size. Going around to the back of the car, we've got the tail lights, we've got license plate, we've got the exhaust pipes, and I think the license plate actually says Rally LLW. I'm not exactly sure what that means. But we've also got the lines on the trunk as well. And something else that I've noticed with this, which was what really got me excited when I got this out, and I'll try to show this detail as best as I can, but if you look in the interior, there's actually yellow seats in both front and rear. And, that is a really nice touch to this car. Combine that with the fact that you've got other details along the dash, like the steering wheel. You've also got the shifter handle there. And, it's great to see that level of detail afforded to the interior of this car. There's some manufacturers, they'll either leave the interior black or gray or just, some other solid color, and they don't put any effort like this into it. So, again, really nice to see that here. Now, while I do like this car, I have to be honest, there are some imperfections that I'm not exactly happy with. And the first one is that the front wheels haven't been put on correctly. You can see the one on the driver's side is wobbling, and it actually gets caught in some cases. So, bit of an issue with that, unfortunately. But another thing I noticed with this is that going around to the back, you got some sloppy paintwork with the taillight here again, and that kind of ruins the paintwork because, it's got onto the yellow. But another thing I found with this car is I cannot get the hood to lift, and it seems to have been stuck down with paint. Possibly this wasn't dry when they put the hood on. But I'm going to try to take my X-Acto knife and carefully go in the one corner here, see if I can get the hood to lift without damaging the paintwork. And looks like I got it there, but I'll go ahead and lift that up. And yeah, you can just see clearly that paint was not dry when this was put together. But on the plus side, we do have a nicely detailed engine in there. That's quite a lot of effort for, something that isn't, probably going to be seen that much. But yeah, overall, not too bad. Unfortunately, some quality control issues with this car, which kind of lets it down. As I've done in the past, I wanted to do a comparison of the 2010 Camaro next to some others that I have in my collection, which I managed to find two, and if I've got any more than that, I just can't find them at the moment. But these other two Camaros are made by the company Jada, and the first one here is a 2006 Camaro, which I remember when I got this probably over 10 years ago now. I remember I got it solely because I wanted a car that looked just like Bumblebee, and I think this 2006 Camaro was the closest that I was going to get. I believe the only thing it's missing is the black stripes across the roof. And, you know, unfortunately, this Jada car does not have the level of detail in the interior that the Auto World one does. But, you know, I still think it's a pretty nice looking car regardless. This next one is a 2016 Camaro, which this is actually made to look like Bumblebee in, I don't know, whatever movie he appeared like this in. But this car, you know, it's got all the signature looks of Bumblebee from that movie, including the Autobots logo on the side there. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's not really my favorite look for Bumblebee, but I'm not even sure why I picked this up. Maybe just because it was Bumblebee. But on the bottom here, you can see you've got the character on the bottom there, and there's the Autobots logo again. When I look at this car, I'm not exactly sure if this was made to be a serious replica or more like a toy. You know, it doesn't even have, like, opened rims or anything. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll always prefer the 2007 Camaro, in my opinion, for Bumblebee, but, you know, to each their own, I guess. But something you may have noticed when looking at these three cars too is they all seem to be different sizes. And something I've noticed with Jada is when they do die-cast replicas, they seem to have an issue with scaling, you know, getting things to the correct size, because they'll have something that's claimed to be a 1/64 scale and it's either too small or too big. Personally, when I look at the Auto World Camaro, I'm saying that Auto World has the size more in the ballpark for 1/64 scale. Well, I'll go ahead and give my final thoughts and wrap up this review. And again, I'm really liking this Camaro. It looks great, it has a lot of nice detail, and my favorite feature just has to be the yellow seats in the interior. Just, you know, when you finally get up close and look at this car, that definitely gives you something to focus in on. So really nice to see it here. But while I am impressed with this car, I'm also disappointed with the lack of quality control. You know, the issues that I've found with this, I do not see that very often, if at all, from Auto World. So to see it here is really disappointing. And, you know, this lack of quality control, that's more along the lines of what I usually see from Greenlight, for example, where with a lot of their replicas, the quality just, it's a mess. So, you know, again, sad to see it on an Auto World replica. But as to whether or not I'd recommend getting this Camaro, I'd have to say that if you're into collecting the Auto World replicas, it's definitely one worth picking up. Or if you're just someone that's after this particular die-cast replica, yeah, go ahead and get one. Chances are you'll probably have one that's better quality than what I have. So, you know, again, you know, give it a shot, I guess. I think I paid about somewhere between $5 to $6 for this at Walmart. I think that's a fair price. Again, I'm still wondering why something from 2024 is still on the pegs in 2026. But, you know, like I said, I like this Camaro, and I can definitely recommend it to anyone that might be interested. But I think that's going to be it for this review. You guys can let me know your thoughts on this replica in the comments down below. Also, feel free to check out my other pages, links in the description. And until next time, catch you guys real soon.